Hello, this is Silver Kamishi. I'm also known as Argent Kitsune on Twitch. Today we are playing Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, Remastered. So, earlier, in my latest video, we spoke about the Dark Djinn. From the dictionary, the Oxford Languages, Jinn, without the D, in Arabian and Muslim mythology, an intelligent spirit of lower rank than the angels, able to appear in human and animal forms to possess humans. I found some other ones here as well. Let's see here. The word jinn comes from the Arabic jinn, a plural noun that means both demons or spirits, and also literally hidden from sight. The word genie shares the same Arabic root. So, and then I found that off of vocabulary.com. There are other things here, the definitions, meanings, synonyms, and stuff like that. I just did a basic search on what it was. So, the Dark Djinn is basically a spirit or some sort of demon that pretty much takes over a human form. In this case, I don't think it is. I think it was just, in many cases, a mean-spirited person, just to use the word spirited out of this one, to kind of give it an idea of what jinn would be like. I've also known jinn to be more, like it's stated for genie, more like a wicked genie. So you could probably say that Jafar from Aladdin, you know, no rights to the movie Aladdin either, by all means, making sure that YouTube knows this. I have no rights to any of this. That, by all means, he'd probably be more known as a jinn rather than a genie. So here, we're going to go ahead and continue. I think we were all set and ready to go to the other world. We're going to go ahead and run up here to the park. Don't get run over by that car. That is the only time that gate is open.
Do you really think we should be doing this here?
No worries, man. Normal people can't see magic, see? Go on, Ollie boy. Cast gateway.
So for those of you who also don't know me, I try not to talk through any cinema scenes, only because I like the storyline and the plot. If I do end up talking, it's normally maybe a giggle or a snort here every now and then. Or I'm probably just replying to a character. So that's my fault in many cases. Otherwise, I try to stay as silent as the grave when it comes to it. So right now, we're going to go ahead and cast Gateway. It costs 0 MP, so rockin'. Let's go for the next cinema scene.
That's it, man. You got it. Whoa. Whoa. Tiny!
What is it? Stop that now! Heel boy, heel!
Told you, they didn't notice a thing. Yeah. Let's get a shunt in, crybaby bunting.
For the last time, it's Oliver!
Hey, it's not bad work for a crybaby, this.
Ugh.
get going, shall we?
Huh? Hey, wait for me! So this is your world.
Ah, home at last! But there's a tidy way to go yet.
Hey, Mr. Drippy, that was pretty neat just now, huh?
Oh, that herd of elk! Enjoy your first encounter with the majestic wildlife of our mysterious world, did you?
Uh-huh. Huh? Jeepers.
Oh, Nickers! Where did he spring from?
Huh? Ah! What do we do?
He's not like the big softies just now. He's itching for a fight. Proper savage.
Let's run away!
No, use that stick you got by there. Give him a whacking and send him packing.
Huh? Ah!
Look lively, he's making his move.
We can do this!
So pardon me for actually taking a moment here. First off, gateway spell. Prettiest gate I've seen yet. Of course, you know, the creators of the Ghibli Studios, I am always forever impressed by them. I love Studio Ghibli. I love anything Ghibli makes because it's so pretty and it has a great storyline, by all means. Second, you know, the Ulk were the creatures we saw beforehand in the Great Big Herd. This one's a rough. So we're going to go ahead and come back into our battle sequence here. So I absolutely love how Mr. Drippy is just like, yeah, send him packing. Fantastic. Absolutely love it. He's just like, I'm raring to go. Where, you know, of course, Oliver's like, I'm not sure what's going on. So let's go ahead and start this. Okay, status. Oliver is level 1. He only has an HP of level 35. Excuse me, not level, of 35, I should say. And MP of 12. He has pretty much nothing else other than the other stats. So looks like we have attack, defend, runaway, and provisions. I'm not sure how many provisions we actually have. And then, of course, we have the little rough up here who has a little sun symbol on him. So let's go ahead and attack. And, of course, Mr. Drippy is going to go ahead and give us the full rundown of what to do. Go ahead and attack. He shows us our health bar and our MP. Okay, so the red gauge right there will actually show the critter's HP. Once we dwindle that down to nothing, we've won. And of course, the speech bubbles here above our character is actually what we use to command in battle. And here's Mr. Drippy again. Try giving the rotter a smack with your stick. It's like, yeah, really, we're going to use a wand as a beating tool. Okay. Get cracking with the whacking. I love it. Tidy. I also loved Mr. Drippy's little accent. It's fabulous. I can't tell if it's Scottish or Irish or something or whatever on that one, but it's fantastic. I love it. Let's see. It's dropped something. That's an HP ball. You might want to go pick that up. Also known as a glim. I need the little glimmers! So we're going to have green glims, blue glims, and then on the rare occasion it is known as a gold glim. Usually when it happens when you get a critical. But that won't happen until much further in the game. So practice what happened. Okay, great. Yeah, sure. We're just gonna beat the poor little Ruff with a stick. Or in this case, a very old wand. And we get our first set of gold. Or in this case, the money or financing that's in the game. Looks like we got 3. We also gained 4 XP, which brought us up to about a half a bar, closer to level 2.
Well, hey, proper tidy. Nice one, Ollie boy.
Jeepers creepers.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, our world is absolutely riddled with beasties, but keep that up and you'll have nothing to worry about. Right, let's get a move on, shall we?
Sure, Mr. Drippy, but where are we going?
Well, first off, we need to get you a wand.
But I already have a wand.
You're having a laugh, aren't you? That thing's about as magical as a flipping cabbage. You might just squeeze a gateway spell out of it, but you can forget about anything more than that. Honestly, I wish you'd think before you open your mouth.
Oh, sorry.
Now, I told you Ding Dong Dell was just over by yonder, didn't I? Well, if we're very lucky, we might find a wand with a bit more oomph down by there.
So, are wands really so hard to find here?
Well, time was you couldn't move for the flipping things. But since Shadar showed up, magic's taken a real nosedive. He banned people from using it, see? Cursed anyone who tried to. He scared them all so much they gave it up.
So, he's pretty scary, huh?
Well, he turned me into a flipping doll, didn't he? Just saying his name's enough to make most folks brick it. Still, I'd rather be a doll than have him go poking round in my heart. No one wants to be broken-hearted.
Broken-hearted? Like, sad?
Worse than that, much worse. It's when he steals a piece of a person's heart. Poor beggars don't know whether they're alive or dead. That's no way to live, man.
So that's why they're all so scared of him, huh? We can't let him go on doing this.
Well, it's not a matter of letting him, is it? It's not like people flipping enjoy it. That's why I brought you here, innit? You might just be able to stop him, see?
You really think I can?
Course you can! You are the pure-hearted one! And the legends say that the pure-hearted one will drive away the darkness. We'll teach you a few tasty spells and you'll be ready to face him in no time. Sound good to you?
Okay, I'll do it. I'll learn magic.
Course you will, and that's why we need to find you a better wand.
All right. Let's head for Ding Dong Dell.
Tidy.
Tidy. Alright, we're back at gameplay here. So let's just have a look around here real quick. Beautiful mountain scenery, almost like glorious forests, everything. I see little gold glimmers everywhere here. Or at least one spot right there. Those trees are pretty. Gonna just slowly glance around here. There's a cove right there. Mountains. Let's see here. Yeah. It's pretty beautiful. And probably the most laid back portion of the land out here, so. Okay, so if it faces off with you and you're facing it, the little critter, then you'll have an even match. But if you're running from it and it hits you from behind, basically you're surprised. Of course, it's the same if you sneak up on the monsters, you surprise them. Consider it a gift from the Lord High Lord of the Fairies. Oh, and then here's your other health pieces. Basically, loaves of white bread right now. It gets bigger and bigger as you progress through the game. By all means, you know, you get like flavors like sandwiches and stuff like that. Otherwise, we're gonna continue on. But a wizard cannot live by bread alone. Ding Dong Dell is over there, just ahead. But I'm gonna wander over here real quick. Click that. And get booster shoots. Mr. Drippy forgot to go and tell us about the camera. As if we weren't already looking around beforehand.
Looks to me like a classic case of broken-heartedness.
Broken-heartedness? You mean that thing you were talking about before?
That's right. The broken-hearted are people who've had part of their hearts stolen. Poor souls just aren't themselves. Go all weird and useless, they do.
So his heart was broken by...
Keep up, will you? Shadar, innit? If anyone tries to stand up to him or does anything he doesn't like, he breaks their hearts into pieces so they can't put up a fight.
Jeepers. But if he stays that way, we can't get into Ding Dong Dell.
Okay. And then we're off to the deep dark wood. Okay, so we have our first, I guess you could say, mission. Our poor soldier over there on the side seems to have some troubles. I'm okay with everything else out here. It's just the Ouroboros that I have a problem with too. I think. Ooh, I almost nicked it there. It might be up on this one. I think I remember a chest. It probably won't let me go and get it until after a certain time period. So we're gonna continue on. Ah, there it is. To the deep dark wood. The Forest of Fairy Tales. Alright, so what he was explaining was that it was a waystone. So at this point, we can go ahead and say, okay, HP and MP are completely restored, which is a good thing. So it's like as if you just kind of sat down and took a rest. And it'll ask you if you want to save your progress. In this case, yes. As you can see, I've had several. We're going to do new. Oh, hello. Look at that. There's useful. Haha. I like it because it looks like there's like a creature. See, there he is. Yeah. His face is like the smiling little black blob. So the Forest of Fairy Tales, basically the dark forest where everyone gets lost or things happen magically. There's two paths here, so this one leads to deeper in the forest. This one here will lead, hopefully, if I didn't get turned around, there it is. And there's Mr. Drippy, he's leading the way. Like, they could have had a lot of potential with this, with the creek and everything.
Mr. Drippy! Wait for me!
Who goes there?
Jeepers.
Ollie boy, meet old Father Oak. How do, you a leafiness?
Oh, Drippy, it's you. And to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I got a visitor by here from another world, see? And what it is, I was wondering if you might lend us a bit of a hand, like.
Oh, I should have known. You only ever come to see me when you are in need.
Sorry, you tall ship. You know I'm always very grateful.
This boy.
Ah, spotted it, did you bark ship?
Well, well. The pure-hearted one. He who will drive out the darkness. And Drippy, you mean to...
That's right, your ancient ship. We're off to give Shadar a right royal hiding.
You? Why? As reckless as ever, I see. Very well. You shall have my aid. But first, we had better give the boy a familiar, had we not?
Oh, yeah. Clean forgot I did. He's right, Ollie boy. It might be a bit early, but I suppose we better teach you how to conjure up familiars, innit?
Familiars?
Yep, familiars. You're in our world, you can magic up little fighting creatures from your heart, see? They're called familiars. Where we're going, the beasties are only gonna get bigger and meaner. So, you're gonna need a helping hand, or claw, or beak, or tentacle.
Can I really do it?
Well, there's only one way to find out. You want to help your mum, don't you?
Sure I do.
Well then, grab your wizard's companion and turn to the page marked Form Familiar.
Okay, so I know Mr. Drippy said at the very beginning, you might be able to squeeze a gateway spell out of this, but otherwise it's about as magical as a flipping cabbage. Okay, so we're going to be using the same wand to form a familiar. So much for as useless as a freaking cabbage. Okay. So also form familiar also ends up being only 0 MP. So we're not spending any MP for this.
What's this?
That's tidy work, Ollie boy. Look at that. A warrior from your very own heart. A familiar.
This is a familiar?
That's right. The fighting spirit inside you made flesh. A soldier of your soul.
And he can really help me fight? Huh? Ouch! That was a mean trick.
And the stronger you get, the harder he's gonna hit as well.
Wow.
So here you can actually name your little friend. I think it only gives you a few names. Otherwise you can go and customize your own. So like Mighty, Matey, Meadow, Smitey, Mitty, Matey. By all means, yeah, you know. Since he came from the heart, I will name him Merlin. Yay! Okay, we're gonna confirm that. Yes, I'm naming my mite Merlin. Yes. Apparently there's more spells that this one can actually take up. So, Healing Touch being one of them. Form Familiar and Gateway. Drippy, how dare you? Apparently Fireball being another one that this one can cast as well.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Spoiling for a fight, is it? Better give him what he wants, Ollie boy.
Huh? But what do I do?
Just think what you want him to do and he'll do it. It's as easy as falling off a log, man.
Okay. Just think what I want him to do. Here goes. We can do this.
Teeny boppers. Okay, so we're up against 2 enemies now. But in this case, we also have a little familiar with us with a sword. So let's go and have fun. We'll go ahead and select him because you can see the bubbles up here.
Here goes.
Okay, so the little circle around him is the stamina gauge. The less stamina, the shorter the lifespan of your familiar for a little while until they have to recharge. Okay, so remember the little sign that was up against the enemy there, the little rough? Well, that's known as a sign. So it looks like my might is also a sun sign. And it looks like the teeny boppers are as well. Excuse me, I think maybe it's a star sign. Might be a star or a sun. I can't remember which one. I think this one's the star. Alright, so cut loose costs 10 MP. So if anything happens to the familiar, it's you that takes the hit. So you and your familiar are attached at the hip, literally. Or in this case, the heart. So you'll need to swap between him and Oliver regularly in order to take care of things. The term sing for your supper, I have not heard this term until I played this game. I was just like, what? What are you talking about? Oh, wait, you mean I need to fight? Okay. So I'm gonna have to attack just like this. Bam. Oh look, we both leveled up. How cute. And we gained more monies. I want to say it's gold because it has a G next to it. So the creature cage is technically, I want to say, is technically your heart, by all means. So you can actually look into your heart and actually look at your little creature cage. You can feed them delicious treats. I think the mite likes chocolate a lot in this case. And in many cases, anything that you feed them will teach them new abilities and also teach them tricks. There's also a little heart. You go and fill it up. It's their familiarity. If you make them really familiar with you, it'll boost their abilities even more, by all means. So technically, it's not too far off from what Pokemon would do. Again, I do not own any rights to Pokemon either, so... Of course, you know, you don't want to stuff them too much because they do end up getting full. The insolence. So, you know how you can put things away where it's so safe that even you don't remember where it is? Yeah, I think he did this. So now he's got to go and backtrack. It's just a little tangled up there, is all. Old Father Oak seems to like his honesty and his responsibilities. Or his responsibleness. Gotta think about this. Whispering Waterfalls, which is in the deepest part of the deep dark woods. I love how they just bow to him. It's so cute. Okay, so... Nope, that's not it. Here we go. Here's your friends and familiars. Attack, 12. Defense, 13. Magic attack, 8. Magic defense, 14. Accuracy, 17. And evasion, 15. This guy is not worth water, but can do wind right now. Give me just a moment here. Player 3 is actually wiggling here because they're taking a nap in my lap. No equipment right now at all. course, then Oliver only has the old stick. Okay, so fullness, familiarity, growth limits, and then everything right there on the bottom. Of course, now we have a very impatient mite, like, hey, feed me. And we can only hold up to 3 of them. The Wizard's Companion. Read from the beginning. The Wizard's Pledge. I who travel between worlds seeking mystery over the noble art of magic. I solemnly swear to abide by the 3 rules inscribed herein and to strive at all times to be worthy of the name Wizard. Rules of Wizardry. A wizard shall not tell a lie nor bear falsehood of any kind. A wizard shall not take up his left shoe before his right be on. A wizard shall not venture out of doors when the tempest doth rage. I'm curious about the meaning behind some of those words, but now the funny writing you're going to see here is called Nazcan. I think this page ends up getting completely translated by the end of the game, but it's actually very fun to actually translate it yourself, because I think at the end of the book it has the Nazcan language, and I think I also have the hard copy of this too, of this game, that the booklet in it also had the Nazcan language in the back of it. Index or contents. Chapter 1. And it's actually very funny because if you look real closely at the wizard's robes, you'll see Nazcan written on, I think, a sash there. Yeah. And you were asked to translate it at one point because this book actually belonged to someone else. The object that gets tangled in Old Father Oak's branches is actually what's called the locket. They'll actually explain a little more on that later. Or you can actually pause the video and actually read it yourself, being that it's right there. Casting of spells. And how many runes there are. Currently we only have Form Familiar, Gateway, and we should have Healing Touch. Of course, later on in the spells, if we keep going, come on. Ah. Fireball. We have Fireball. Alchemy is, we learn that later. Of course, then there's also Swift Solutions, which is a quest place. We end up learning a little bit about what our little mite friend can hold on to. And some of what the other familiars can hang on to as well. Armor, snackage, and what we can use to revive. So equipment and what they do. Armor. items. Teachings for aspiring wizards. Means of transportation. Cloud sweepers. Those are actually really fun because it would be right up Oliver's alley with the whole gears and motors. Technically on a broom. The Quartermaster store is the weapon store. Provisions is basically what Oliver and company can actually have themselves. And what treats that your familiars can have, because look at those cute little guys. Eh. So, chocolate is offensive, flans are defensive, cakes. Are to improve capacity of performing tricks, magical attacks are sundaes. Accuracy is pies, and speed is ice cream. And then the gems that confer a lot of tricks here. So ships, flying boats, the Porco Grosso, which is actually Ghibli's way of actually running back to Porco Rosso, which is actually a movie on a pilot who was cursed to be a pig. Also tells about the Houtique to go and get certain items as well. Creatures and familiars. So remember that little plate on the ground next to the waystone? Yeah, that's a familiar retreat. Serenading happens with another person altogether. We won't meet them for a little while. We just did familiars. The creature cage metamorphosis happens later when we get other things. The familiar's signs. Okay, so yeah. Our might and any of the monsters we've encountered so far has the star. Let's see. And how the signs relate to each other. So here's a little thing here. The light of sun will outshine the moon. The glow of the moon will put stars in shade. The glamour of the stars will cause the sun to swoon. When two combine, their strength sum is made. The once-ringed planet stands apart from the three, while the twice-ringed planet rules as a king. Before it, sun, moon, and stars bend their knee. Yet it holds no sway or its once-ringed sibling. So now that we kind of took a look over this, these are all the familiars. Well, most of them, because we have a lot to look through. And then I believe it talks over nightmares. It has some stories in it. Oh, wait. I think this tells a story, if I remember right, of the Wizarding Wars. More of your familiars. Legendary beast, the shining tree. So then there's a story right there. And then the 12 Tales of Wonder will end up showing you pretty much all the tales. If you visit your inns, you get the tales. Regions of the world. So right now we're at Ding Dong Dell, which is... Goodness. It's supposed to be right there in the center there, but... It also says a Temple of Trials, but just above that. And then the Deep Dark Wood is at the very top there of the biggest continent there. I have to admit, I'm very mad with the second game of Ni no Kuni. Like, everything seems to have shifted over and changed. Especially, you know, when they still have Ding Dong Dell. But they don't have Alma Moon anymore. They don't have Perdita. They don't have Hamlin. Definitely don't have Yule. And I'm so upset and mad. It's like everything is shifted over and the world is shifted again. I don't know, it's sort of like a whole... I want to say, what was it? Horizon Zero Dawn, where the map, like, absolutely shifted. And almost squished itself. I'm kind of mad about how the map worked out on that one. So I'm just like, sad. So very sad. Let's see here. And then Old Smoky up here. And then, of course, there is an island. Right there, covered in fog. That's interesting as well. I see all the red stars up here. I'm curious what those are. Because I don't remember those on the last map. We're going to go ahead and close our book. And I'm also going to bid you guys adieu for this video. We will see you in the next one.